Welcome, welcome, y'all, to Daily Commitment, where we do just a little bit of exercise, but we exercise every day. Let me tell you something, guys. We've made a huge progress. We're out here in sunny Florida now. We've gotten rid of that crappy little like wood beam we were doing the pull-ups on, and now we've got our pull-up. You see our one pull-up ring and two pull-up rings, and look at these great bands here. These resistant bands. I've got my 3 different colors. So I can now do three different resistances for my pull-ups. We're gonna start with pull-ups today. I'm super excited to have my resistance bands. The fact is, I was trying the pull-ups with either just one resistance band. I was trying the pull-ups with no resistance bands. I was doing less pull-ups. I was hurting myself more. No. Not the way to do it, guys. Not the way to do it. Now we actually have multiple resistance bands we can do, and we can go ahead. We're gonna start with just the black one. I'm probably going to do 3 with this, but then we're actually going to do another set here with more resistance bands. We've got a yellow and we've got a red, and we can multiply those up, and this way we can do more pull-ups with less weight, safer on the body. It's going to be awesome. Now this actually might give me more than it usually does because it's stretching further, because now we've actually got this on a higher branch. What's great about this higher branch, guys, I'm going to be able to come all the way down with each rep. It's going to feel great. So here we go. I got these a good height where it's going to be a full rep all the way up. 1, all the way down. 2, I feel like there's just maybe a little narrow on this. 3, little narrow maybe on this. Feel like I might want to make these just a titch wider. I felt like it was a little tight coming up, but they felt pretty good. I'm going to give it a B+. So that wasn't too bad. I did notice, I'm going to go ahead and just pull this one. See if I can pull this loop over just a little bit. I guess that gets in the way of the tree. I don't want to do it too much more. So maybe that's where it's going to be for now. So that was good. That was good. Those 3 felt good. I gave it a B though, because I felt like just the very beginning it wasn't quite right, but pretty good. So now we're going to wait a second in between sets. Now if you're going for more endurance training rather than more strength training, you do want lighter weights. You want to wait less in between sets, so I don't mind just talking to you guys a little bit. Again, I'm really excited to be back down here in Florida. I'm excited for the sun on my face, this good energy here. But if you can't get that, man, if you can't get that, just find a way to do your exercises somewhere, even if you're not doing them just right. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and we're going to add the red band. So we're going to add the red band here. So now we've got more whatchamacallit, more springiness. Right? And I can even bend my legs a little bit. So the legs did touch on that first one in between. I can bend my legs just slightly. And here we go. Ready? 1. All the way down. 2. All the way down. We're still going to keep our set at just 3. There we go. That felt good. That felt good. And I was able, because these are at a higher branch, I've got more slack in these. So as I come up, I can go like this. I'm going to say that was awesome. I feel really good about those. I don't know if I'm going to do a 3rd set or not. I feel like I could easily do too much this first day. Remember, I was only doing 3 before, or 2 sometimes, because of those limitations. I don't want to go crazy today. We're just going to stick with 6. Super excited about how those went. Let's pick up the glasses that fell over here. Let's go over here and we'll do the push-ups. Again, we had this injury on our left forearm, and that was really holding us back. So I think we're getting close to having that injury done, but it's really important, especially right after doing the exercise. I really love just do a little massage here. You guys are going to see me do this with the tennis balls as well. You really want to make sure that you release. So it turns out that those knots that you feel in muscles, they're from muscle or parts of your muscle that were contracted. They were contracted, but they never released all the way. So one thing you can do, you notice I'm wiggling this for this wrist around. This is, and I'm just pressing here with my thumb real strong. This is called active release. And you can feel little nodules or knots or just kind of sore spots, and you work them a little bit. This is going to help make sure, and as I do the push-ups, I'm going up like this. I want to make sure this releases this forearm flexor. This is where I'm telling you, I started doing push-ups. I would go up like that and like felt like fire. felt like fire going up and down my arm. I'm telling you guys. So this little massage here, I'm just going to take time. I'm not going to rush this massage. Got plenty of time. I'm kind of going right on the inside of this. There's two bones here. I'm going the inside of the one bone here and pressing up against. I've noticed that's a spot. And I'm going to wiggle this around. So anyway, guys, I'm really excited to be back here in Florida. I'm going to be loving it. Nice and sunny. That tree is the one I originally hurt myself on when I hurt myself doing pull-ups. And that time I hurt my shoulder, I think it was. I think it was my shoulder. Then I didn't have enough strength to do a pull-up. And I didn't have the bands, the resistance bands back then. So what I did is I would jump up and let myself down slowly. And as I did that, I hurt my shoulder. Jump, and it would kind of pull my shoulder in a weird way. Actually, I had to stop doing push-ups. Again, it stopped me from doing push-ups. I think it was over a week. If you look at some of my old videos, I ought to get the video number when that happened and then me talking about it. So I've actually been trying to do these pull-ups for a while. And I'm at the point where I can do about 2 pull-ups. About 2 pull-ups with no resistance band help, which doesn't sound like a lot, but let me tell you something. When you can do 0 pull-ups, 2 pull-ups feels pretty good. And again, once I could do 1 pull-up or 2 pull-ups, I thought it was going to just be like, all right, now I can do 3, now I can do 4, now I can do 5, now I can do 6. Kind of like the squats, or even the push-ups. Really fast progress in the pull-ups. But I haven't made really fast progress in the pull-ups. Not only that, after the first time I hurt myself on the pull-ups and stopped doing the pull-ups, I eventually started doing them again, and I hurt myself again on the pull-ups. This time, instead of my shoulder, it was this forearm flexor. And then I kind of got past that first injury in the forearm flexor, and started getting a few more pull-ups, and then I kind of hurt my forearm flexor again. So 3 separate, really, injuries. And the third time was just kind of the pain slowly built up. And I had switched to do them every day, and I really wanted to keep doing them every day, but yeah, it turns out you can push yourself too much. And I think the key on all three of those, the reason I hurt myself was that I'm doing a weight that I really couldn't do. Right? I couldn't pull my whole body weight up. So when I was jumping up and going down really slowly, I was just I knew the opposite. Jump up and going to really slow. I was just barely, my muscles were barely able to do it. And so I was really pushing myself so close to my max. And that's why I always talk about 70% of your maximum. It's not just 70% of your rep maximum. It's 70% of your weight maximum too. And the idea is don't tear those muscles. Don't overstress those muscles like I did with my forearm flexor. So anyway, I think basically I went to doing pull-ups without the resistance bands too much and too often. So again, I'm going to try to keep doing these resistance bands. I'm going to try to get my number up much higher than 3 or 4 or 5. I think 5 is about my limit with the resistance bands. I think one time I might have got 6. I'm going to try to get up like 10, 12 or something before I even think about taking those resistance bands off. No more pull-ups without resistance bands. I know just yesterday I did pull-ups without resistance bands. It was yesterday. It was the day before. And I only got like 2. And it's not, that is how I'm going to hurt this forearm flexor again, is by pushing that. So we're going to keep with the resistance bands until I can do like 10 in a row, 12 in a row, something like that. And then maybe we'll do 2 or 3 without the resistance bands. So anyway, that's my little spiel on that. You guys get to hear about my injury history and stuff like that. Now it's time to do some push-ups. Now the push-ups are interesting because, again, our max on push-ups was 2 sets of 13. So obviously I've been much higher. Right now 10 is about the max I'm doing, and I'm not doing multiple sets. And that's partly because of the injury to the forearm flexor and partly because I kind of took a break on it. But anyway, so we're going to watch this too. But let's just do some. Let's not talk too much about the pull-ups. We already talked a long time about the push-ups. Oh, I like that light better. Can I keep getting more light there? I don't want no light. There we go. Now the light changes depending where I have my head. Look at that. Anyway, guys, here, can we get better light? My feet are falling off the deck here. Let's change this a little bit. There's a boot here we can line up. There we go. All right, is that better? There we go. That's better. Oh, nope. The light went bad again. All right, well, whatever, guys. Right here under the shoulders, back a little bit. Now we're going to tighten legs. Your legs tighten. Tighten the butt. Tighten the chest. We're totally aboard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. 7. I think we're going to do 8. We did 10, I think 2 or 3 days ago. Next day we're struggling at 7. Then we did like 6 or 7. You know what I mean? I think 8 is a good number for now. I really want to get back to doing more push-ups. But again, I'm just going to take it slow. We're going to get back up. We're going to get to that 13. We're going to break that 13, but we're going to keep that good form. Again, it's a little too close to my maximum, right? Now, the squats, on the other hand, we've been rocking the squats. We've been crushing the squats. We got 100 squats in a row, but we've been working on our form on the squats. The squats, again, we got 100 in a row, but with my form, I was sort of flopping on the down part. Just swoop really quick down, and then coming up, I'd use my strength. But now what I've been doing is these really slow squats, where instead of flopping down quickly, I've been coming down really slow. Even sometimes just kind of hovering for a while. And I think that's been good. I'm actually going to switch my squat bar to this slightly longer one. I did use this metal one. It's a little bit heavier, but it's really not that much heavier. It's not getting that much weight. It's shorter. I didn't like that shortness. So let's do this. Now I think I am going to take the shoes off. Do we have, is that good? Yeah, there we go. I got the sun on me. I'm going to take the shoes off. I'm going to take the socks off because this, I want to get my socks dirty on this driveway here. But I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't know if we're going to do 70. We could do 70. That's our 70% of maximum, right? We did 70 before, and we did them pretty slow. We're to the point we're going to do 70 slow squats. I've never did 100 slow squats. When I did 100 that time, I was flopping down quick. Let me show you what I mean with these slow squats here, guys. All right, so we're going to make sure our head stays tucked, right? We don't want to look up. We're going to keep our trunk and everything in line. We got our feet kind of facing outwards a little bit, maybe 30 degrees out each. When as we come down, we're going to take our time. We can even wiggle your butt. Wiggle that butt. There we go. We're going to take our time. Real slow. Ooh. This now, I do want to, I think I was leaning forward a little too much on that one. There we go. Nice and slow. There we go. Nice and slow. So we're not focusing on number as much here as we are focusing on taking these, focusing. I love how I'm just like slurring my words because I'm trying to get them too fast. That too much fast, not good. Stay slow, slow good. This right here. Right here, look at this. Who's that guy? What's he doing? He's hanging out. He's doing squats. He's wiggling his butt. That platform, that strength, right? You really want to feel it. And as you transition from the lower half of the squat to the upper half of the squat, or the other way around, that transition point was where I had a little bit of weakness. And I always felt like I had to get through this part right here quick. I had to get through that part quick because my muscles just weren't ready to support all my weight for a long period of time. But that's changed. After doing 100 squats in a row, I still had some strength there, but I wasn't working that spot. I wasn't. See, now I'm working. How about that, motherfucker? I'm working this spot. So I'm working this spot. There we go. And then all the way up. Another thing I'm going to do after this, actually, is I'm going to take a walk. So I did add to my regimen, I added this concept of not just the daily commitment, squats, push-ups, pull-ups, but also a daily commitment to walk multiple miles every day. Now, I didn't keep to it. I didn't quite hit it miles every day, but I at least spent 20 minutes, 15 minutes getting some exercise in, getting some cardio, and not just that. Part of it was about getting outside. There's some really freezing days up there in Maryland where I was doing like, I love how slow this is going. Look at that. Some really freezing days where I just kind of stayed inside and I did these long stretching sessions. Go ahead and take a break from this right now and show you this long stretch since it got in my mind. This elephant stretch is the first one I learned. You go down like this. Just take your time, reach down. Maybe you can drag your knuckles in the ground or maybe you can get your palms. But once you get down to about where the farthest you can go, you work your knees. You just chill out here like you're an elephant and work your knees. This is going to release here. It's going to release here. It's going to release in your back here. It's an awesome, awesome stretch. And I would do this stretch, then I'd come up like this and do here. Right? You can even stretch back like this. Oh, and get your belly and stuff. But the point is to go down here and really settle in. Settle in with your legs here. Settle into that elephant walk. Right? Especially if you've been doing your squat, right? A lot of these muscles might be tight. So this is analogous to doing this thing I was doing. right, is really loosening this up. And let me tell you something, guys. Some of those days when I didn't do a daily commitment walk, when I didn't get out there, but I forced myself to take 20 full minute stretching and stuff like this, those were some of my best days. I had some of my most productive days. I felt best. And my buddy Sean, who does the yoga, I told him, I said, you got to show me some more yoga moves besides just the elephant walk. You know why? Because those were some of my best days, even though I didn't get that cardio in. And a lot of times cardio will get your mood up a lot. Like cardio is a great one. Walking is a great one for getting your mood up. Yeah, we're just going to hang out and talk here. So anyway, yeah, telling you guys, yoga's legit, man. Yoga is freaking legit for building strength, for building flexibility, for building a positive mental attitude, for building discipline. Absolutely. And so we're starting to incorporate a little bit into these basic workouts. And I think, I should love just sitting here. Look at that. Wiggle that. Oh. All right. Now, I don't know if we've done 20 or 30. How many have we done? We're just going to pump out 10 more. 1. We're going to come up fast, down slow. Ready? Down slow. 10 in a row. Down slow. Explode. 2. And again, we've done weights on these too. We'll do weights sometimes. We'll get back to doing some weights. The weights are good. I like the weights. 3. But I think I was missing out. I was trying to do the weights, but then I was trying to do my squats every third day. I didn't like that part of it. I like doing them every day. Yeah. 4. Oh. I guess you don't have to explode that much. I don't want to hurt myself. We'll make them a little more even. Explode just sounded cool. 5. That was a little fast. I'm going to come up slower this time. Here we go. Hold on. 6. You guys do squats every day. Do it 1,000 days in a row. You'll get here. You'll get here, guys. 7. We're not going to explode. We're going to go slow and even. Here we go. 8. Definitely, it takes more muscular effort to do it slow, even on the up. There it comes slow up to 9. Woo! And here we go, 10. Let's come all the way down. Nice and slow. We're even going to hold for a minute here. Hold for a minute here. Come on down. And now nice and slow up. Real slow. Not real slow, but medium slow. 10. So again, I don't know if that was 40 squats or something like that, but they were quality squats. And we mixed it up. We'll go for a big number of squats too on a soon one. You just keep at it, guys. I'm telling you, keep at it every day. Make mistakes just like I did. You're going to get past those mistakes if you work out every day. You're going to figure it out. Daily commitment, guys. Keep it up. We'll see you next time.